Are we good? Yeah, perfect. Brilliant. Right. Guys, welcome to, what should I call this? One of these talks, Enzyme Talks. Let's call this the Enzyme Talks. That for the next 90 days, I'm going to be posting every single day. It could be Enzyme Talks, it could be one of the training sessions, it could be me traveling, it could be lifestyle. But I've been told that your first 40 to 50 videos on YouTube is going to be absolutely horrible. Let the horrible begin, do you know what I mean? Today is going to be a super important episode because I'm going to speak to you about body language, about speech, about the way you communicate with people. Because a lot of you young guys, you young footballers, athletes, between the ages of 16 to 30, you don't know how to speak, you don't know how to communicate, and your body language is absolutely horrendous. So we're going to change that right now. So get locked in because it's about to get warm. Talking is so important. Communication is so important. It's so vital for any young man, for every single young man, whether you are an athlete, whether you are just a normal student between the ages of 16 to 30, you as a man, you need to learn how to talk. If you want something, tell someone that you want it in a way where it's not going to come across as maybe rude. It can come across as a little bit tenacious, but don't come across as rude. Body language is also important. You can't be there saying, excuse me guys, can you please? No one is going to take you seriously, do you know what I mean? If you sit there and you tell me, oh, excuse me, can you please pass me that bottle of water? I'll just look at you. Once you've understood body language, once you've understood how to speak, how to communicate, trust me, now we're entering a new ballgame. There are a few things that you guys need to avoid, and there's also a few things that you actually need to understand and you need to put into your mind and you need to put it into practice. Because what I tend to see a lot, especially in this whole space of podcasts and reading books and, short form content, I'm seeing a lot of guys giving good advice, but then it's even sent to DMs and boys are sending it to other guys, and we're talking about these things all the time, but then when it comes to putting things into practice, it's gone in one ear, come out the other. But today we're going to completely change your perspective. People are going to start respecting you massively, and you're going to look at yourself and you're going to respect yourself, and you're going to feel like you are on cloud nine every single time, simply because of two things: body language and your way of speaking. Avoid doing this. I hate it when guys do this. From now, I'm going to give you a little bit of a challenge. Is it those kids again? I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a challenge. Whenever you go to a store, a shop, a gym, a mall, shopping center, whether you're in a city center as well, just analyze every guy, every man, analyze them when they're sitting around and waiting around or standing around. You see a lot of them lean, they're leaning. Be careful, be wary of where you place your arms or where you place your hands. For instance, if you're sitting at a table, you don't want to be putting your hands there at a table like that. Do you know what I mean? Underneath the table. Unless you're doing it in such a big time, sort of relaxed, I own this place, even though you don't. But you understand what I mean. There's some of you guys can be like, wait, what's he talking about? Is he sure? Yes, I am. I'm very sure about what I'm talking about. Analyze when people are just standing and waiting around. For instance, when people are just walking, they're standing around. You see the body language is just tired. So many tired men out there. And you're 16, 17, 18, you're tired, you have a tired body. You have a watery body. But here, we fix it. Enzyme Talks, we fix it. Let's start with how to communicate with agents and coaches. Whether it's through Instagram, whether it's through TikTok, an email, whether it's in person. When you're communicating with people of power, or people that can genuinely change your life, you gotta approach these people with manners, but not manners to make you sound like a beg. I had a guy who messaged me one time. I will never forget this. So I had a player that messaged me who basically responded to one of my videos when I was asking for players of certain levels. He messaged me, he said, "Hi coach, my name is this and that. This is the position I play in. It's my number. Tell me all the information that I need so I can come to training." I was like, you know what? The first time I received a message from someone, and I just had to respect him. Even if I've never seen him play, I just respected it straight away. I was like, you know what? This is a perfect example that every young man needs to adopt. And another thing, stop begging. Stop begging. You want someone to take a look at you. You want someone to give you a chance. Do not beg. I had a guy who messaged me on Instagram. He was sending me a voice note. He was like, "Please coach, please help me, please. You're the only person that can help me. You're the only person that can give me an opportunity. Please, 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 please." Guys, if you ever do that, I will delete your messages. You should never, ever, as a man, go and beg for mercy, beg for an opportunity. Never ever do that. Have some honor and some dignity about you. Have some integrity. Disgusting. I made a video before on TikTok where I told players, you don't communicate with your coach. If you're not playing or you're not happy with something, go speak to your gaffer. Speak to your manager. Tell him, why am I not playing, gaffer? There's a serious problem right now because as a player, I feel like I'm losing my momentum. I'm training really well. I'm giving my all, but you're not playing. Is there something that I'm lacking? Is there something that I need to do to get into the starting 11? And the gaffer will be like, you know what? Yes, there is. Sometimes you have players that won't play on a Saturday or on the weekend. You won't play a match. And then you just storm off. You storm off angry, which is good. It's okay to be angry. But there's a way of conducting yourself. If you're just gonna storm off, throwing your toys out the pram, then you deserve everything that's gonna happen to you. You're just gonna be ignored brutally. There's a way of communicating with coaches because coaches love respect. Now, of course, there are some dickhead coaches out there. There are some coaches that are just, an issue. But I'm talking about the norm. This is one of the main things I'm going to speak about now. This is so vital. This is so pivotal in any young man's life. Whether you're a dropout, whether you're a 9-to-5 person, this is key right now. The way you speak to women and children. Let's start with women, okay? Because we're all men and we all like women. We need women in our lives. If you don't like women, that's your prerogative. The way you speak to someone, the way you communicate, the way your body language is set, is supposed to demand and earn respect. Okay, you're demanding that respect from someone. From the way you're speaking, even if you're asking for a favor, you're gonna ask a favor in a way where someone's gonna be like, you know what, yeah, let me do it, yeah, sure, yeah, no problem, yeah, that's cool, no problem, yeah, that's fine. The way you speak to women, you have to be aware of the way she's gonna look at you. So let's say you're on a date, you're with a girl, and you're leaning like this when she's speaking to you. How do you think she's gonna look at you? If you're just leaning and you seem like you're unbothered. Or for instance, when you're walking with a girl, you're not holding her close to you. Or little subtle things when you're on the pavement or you're on the sidewalk, as people wanna call it. Are you on a roadside or is she on a roadside? Things like that. You don't even have to say anything, just switch. Do you know what I mean? That's body language stuff. That's communicating without even speaking. I was with a guy and he's talking on the phone to a girl. And the way he's speaking to her, I'm thinking, ugh. He's like, oh yeah, so are you mad? Are you mad? Hey, allow it, man. How are you speaking to a woman with such, it's so vulgar. It's very street. No girl is gonna take you serious. Maybe the street girls, fair enough. But no woman who genuinely respects herself and she has value, she's gonna be like, yeah, I really love this guy. If she does, she's a liar and she's broken. But anyway, let's not get into that. Do you know what I mean, guys? So when you're speaking to women, you have to have this sort of soft side of you. I'm not telling you to be feminine. Don't listen to all that. Don't be feminine. Just have a little bit more of a softer side. Be masculine, but still be soft. Be soft-spoken, be well-spoken, be well-dressed, cut your hair nice, cut your nails good. Do you know what I mean? Don't paint your nails. Don't do that. Red flag. Don't do that. If you paint your nails and you're watching this video, click off it right now because I don't want to get into this whole debate. Do you know what I mean? But stop distracting me. Cut your nails. Make sure your trim is always nice and sharp. Have a watch on. Don't need a watch, but it's essential to have a normal watch. You don't need anything extravagant. This is a normal watch. I don't even know what this is. It's not a Rolex. We're gonna get this soon. Dress good. I'm not gonna tell you how to dress because we're living in 2024 now where everyone's like Jules Koundé. You're a man and you're dressing like a woman. Yeah, don't dress like that, guys. Don't do that. Honestly, don't. If you're gonna wear boot cuts, or if you're gonna wear skinny jeans or tight fit jeans and you're gonna wear a nice shirt, a polo top, just make sure you're looking clean. Make sure you smell good. Make sure when you arrive at the restaurant, or for instance when you're picking up the girl, at least your body language is correct. I do, darling, you're right. Yeah, brilliant. Just look like a professional. Look like someone who's in control. Don't be all agitated and now, oh, you know what? Don't do that, guys. Be calm and composed. Be nice and calculated. Make sure that when you're with a woman, when you're speaking with a woman, she's like, I respect this woman. Because girls, what they'll try to do is try to disrespect you sometimes. Anyway, I don't want to go off in a tangent, but you know exactly what I mean. So be careful how you speak to women. Be aware of how you're speaking to agents and coaches and scouts and elders, senior citizens, even your siblings, children. It's super important because as a young man, if you do not know how to communicate now, it's over for you. Or it's going to take even longer. Watch Donald Trump. Donald Trump, every single video I've watched him do, like, he sits there like this. And he doesn't budge. I've never seen Donald Trump do this. I don't know, maybe correct me. Screenshot and send it to me on Instagram. If Donald Trump has ever sat there in an interview doing this. He never does that. He's just there like that. Every single time. You just listen to what the person is saying. And he communicates like this until he finishes his podcast or his interview or his press conference. That's enough from me. It's been super informative. Don't start going off and saying, I'm this type of person, because I'm not. I'm really not. Like, comment, subscribe. See you later. I'm playing, guys. Peace.